Hope you're having a blessed evening, blessed day. YouTube, see that sign right there? Can you read that from there? AI? It says right on it, not for sale. Nothing's for sale. I have in the description, not for sale. I have in the title, not for sale. There's signs throughout the room. Nothing is for sale. Nothing. All right. Let's go on from here, guys. It's all for educational purposes only. For the enjoyment of my subscribers. Anywho. And this is a hammer. See my hammer? It's a hammer. That's all. Just a hammer. Just a hammer. And we got to use it to do our job. We need something to hold that powder in. Hey, Russell. Hi, Hudson. How y'all doing today? This evening? I am reloading some really old stuff. Hey, Elijah. I picked up some cases and I ran them for about 2 hours in the cleaner. They didn't get super clean. I got these from the gun show. They're 32 shorts, Smith & Wessons. They're similar to 32 ACP, which is these. A little bit small and the rim's a little bit bigger. Super low power. I have like 3 or 4 pew-pews that are antiques that shoot them. Completely clean now. Oh, yeah. I shaved the handlebars. Looks a little nicer this way, I think. Not quite as aggressive. Not quite as like biker rebellion. Put in that comment. Thanks, Elijah. Appreciate you. But yeah, we are going to do some 32 ACP. We're taking the projectiles out of some old 32 ACPs that I don't shoot anymore that are low power and using that powder and the projectiles, which are 73, I think. 73 or are they 71? 71 grains. And we're going to use those. I have some hundreds, but those are a little bit heavy. Plus they're hollow points. I use those for other stuff. So anyway, so to remove the bullet, we just got to stick it in this little hammer and tap her out. Like the handlebars. Hey, Bobby, what's going on? What are you working on? 32 Smith & Wesson short. So I'm having to take the projectiles out of 32 ACP that I have plenty of that are really light loads. And because I need the projectile light enough. You like the stash, the handlebars. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. What happened to the handlebars? Yeah, I didn't particularly like them. I mean, they were okay. I just felt like it was kind of, how would you say, putting like a bad, like a biker vibe, wrestler, rough and tough, rootin' tootin', you know? Anyways. Yep. I should be able to reuse the primers too. Like and subscribe, tap the screen. Thank you. How y'all doing, by the way? Here, let's turn on all messages before I forget. All messages. Do the Mennonite approve? Depends which one you're going to. If it's a liberal one, they would. Hey, Oki, what's up? I do not have any other platforms running right now. I can't remember where I stuck my tablet, so I don't have Twitch running over there in my tablet. I don't remember where I stuck it the night before last. I remember I had it, shut it off when I was sitting on the chair here, and from there I don't remember what I did with it. So we just had YouTube running tonight, unfortunately. How's Oki doing? Or everybody else too, huh? Hope you're all doing well. Quick question, did you intend to shave your beard into the handlebars? Yes and no. I was trimming my beard shorter, the head fell off and gouged my beard, hence I shaved it to handlebars. I'm a big into revolvers. Hey, Bobby, so I have sitting on the counter right there an antique. So YouTube, it's not considered a firearm by the ATF definition because that's made in 1884, roughly. If it's an 1889, or sorry, 18, no, that's an 1894. If it's made in 1899 or above, it's considered a firearm. That is not. That's an antique right there. Hence, I had it shipped to my house because guess what? It's an antique, and I can do that here in Arizona. It's my laws. We are making ammo for that. I have 4 of them that shoot that. They're the 2 shorts. But I have about 16 revolvers. Good trying to decide what to buy next. Yeah, I know, right? Use revolvers for hunting and camping. Awesome. I haven't done much. I'm probably going to put my 460 on my side right here when or on my chest when I do my bear hunting. I just got a holster, which I probably shouldn't touch on live because I've know people who touched holsters on live and got pulled. I did a short about it of all what I got at the gun show, but that right there is a holster for my 10 millimeter. That's a semi-auto Glock 20 for my hikings when I go hiking and stuff for bear protection. And I got too much stuff in the way that this stand doesn't want to fit in very well. Let's see here. I live in swamps in Louisiana, born and raised. Nice, nice, nice. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to open these up a little bit. I have 250 rounds of 32 Smith & Wesson long that I'm going to use for the police positive. But I don't have a die for them. So I do have 3220 dies for that, so I'm utilizing some of that. I was watching a guy shoot safes with a 500. Yep, mostly whitetails and hogs. Okay. I went for a whitetail last November. Didn't get any because I didn't see any buck. Hogs, we have our wild javelina, our native javelina here. We don't have any wild hogs like feral hogs like where you are at. I'm actually in the process of hunting our javelina. I've done it 3 days so far. Last one was Friday evening. I posted some of that. Tomorrow is my last day. I'm going to hopefully do an early morning and an evening hunt. Maybe even into the night. We'll see, because I can do night hunting with a shotgun. You're allowed to do that in Arizona with a shotgun. So yeah, right now I'm tapping out 32 projectiles, 32 ACP that are pretty light loads, aluminum case blazers. They're extremely easy because they're not crimped. Because they were made for a revolver or something. Not sure. Super easy to get out. I just tap them once and they pop out. But I needed the projectiles, some lighter ones. These are 71s. The other ones I have are 100s, but I didn't want to waste those on these because they're just for an old revolver. We hybrids. Oh, yours are hybrids? Yeah, there's probably a few of those too because they intermingle with the Yorkshires and all the other what do you call it? Pigs that are around the area from farms and stuff. Yeah, the Russian boars. Yep. So, yep, we're tapping out the bullets. Super easy in this thingy. They're not crimped on these 32s, ACPs. They have a very unique. I can't tap out I don't know if I can tap out the primer on these. I was hoping to reuse the primers. Hey, what's up, JP? How's it going, buddy? But it looks like the way the primers has like a crossbar with 2 little side holes. That's weird. I don't particularly like that because I can't reuse them. JP says, I'm cooking right now, but I hit that like. I'll be back in a few. Perfect. I have a Thompson Center, Encore, Pro Hunter, and 280 Remington. Nice. I hear they're pretty good. So I was at a gun show yesterday. They had some Thompson Center contenders. They had like 4 or 5. This one booth had. Pretty cool. I like them. A lot of them, if you have the same handle, you can change the barrels back and forth for hunting. Awesome. You got a scope on it, probably? There was I think 2 of them at the show had scopes. The neighbor's mowing again, it sounds like. He just stopped his mower. Got a GPO Optics. I'm not even sure what that is. A Jeep auction. What's up, Dead Man? How's it going, brother? YouTube, that is his channel name, so I can use that. They're just crazy sometimes, YouTube. So I can use modern powder if it's light enough. I can use like a 1.3 grains, 1.4. I can use black powder too, but I forget. I have an equivalent. I forget what that was. I have it on my phone somewhere. Sharp Precision Optics. Okay, gotcha. Let's see here. There is multiple. Let's see what we should do for a poll here. And we'll start out easy. Maybe. All right, let's do another one. What's another one? We're going to do one more. All right, because we can only fit 4 on it, unfortunately, for you guys. All right, put that in the color. Check them out. German Precision Optics, GPL. I'll have to check that out. We'll see if I will or not. Curious question, do you Facebook or Instagram? I have both. Recently, I got Instagram. Instagram should be the channel name, Desert Armory and More. Same with my Discord. Well, I think the Discord is. And so is my Twitch. And what's the other one? Rumble. But Rumble's a little hard to find for some reason for people. You can't find me for some reason. You have to like type it in a website versus the app. But yeah, I got a few different things from the gun show. Hopefully I can use that. I was just thinking that. One thing was like a couple things were a pretty good deal. I'll post the short here soon. I'll look for you. Oh yeah. Let's see. I think I have it on this sign here, but it'll be backwards there. IG is Jerome Grunwald, but I think I changed that to Desert. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that one. I thought I recently changed that to my channel name. If not, you can come back. Yep. We'll get you hooked up. We're probably going to hand weigh these. Where's my little scale? It should be in this thing. Instead of using my trickler, because I'm going to use this fast burning that was in these. Because then we should be pretty good. It's really fast, very small. I think it's like 6-sided little flakes. But yeah, we got a decent amount of these little shorts. They're teeny little boogers. Some are RP and some are Peters. See, you can find these fairly easy, the 32 Smith & Wesson long, but not the 32 Smith & Wesson short. They're hard to find. That one has been overpressurized, it looked like. That one possibly too. Yeah, and it's got a crack in it, so we can't even use that one. These are Remington UMCs, both of them. These are both the ones that are messed up is a Western and a Western. That could be why they're pretty old, Westerns are. Although I have a Peters in here somewhere. I found it yesterday. Going through the brass. But I need the shorts. Is what I'm looking for. Is I wanted to reload them myself, and so I found some. I just don't have a die for them. There's another bulged one. That's a Western as well. If I had a die to reshape them, that's a Western. But that one, yeah, that one's herniated too. Their cylinder must have been bad. That's a WRA. I forget what that one is. Excuse me. Here's the Peters, but what's weird about it, it must have been a blank because it has a marled over head. I don't think I can use that one either because I don't have the tool since I don't have a die for these. There's the Peters. All the Peters I noticed are a little wonky, and same with the W's, the Westerns. But the WRAs are good, and the RMCs. Hey, what's up? Sweet, what are we reloading? So I'm taking a 32 ACP Blazer aluminum, taking off the tip and the powder, and I'm reloading 32 Smith & Wesson short with, I need the projectile right here. It's at 71. And I could use the same powder if I do it light. Or I could put a little bit up and use black powder equivalent. I reload for my TCN Core Pro Hunter and the 280 Remington. Yeah, that's hard to find some of that stuff, the 280 Remington. That's what I've heard anyways. I could, if I wanted to, that one's a prime case already, use the 32 long and then just trim them down. Because I have a whole bunch of those. Or I will be getting a lot. But like this one, that one's a different color case. It's a Peters, but it's a chrome case instead of the brass. USC Co. 32 Colt NP. That's not even the right one. That's a 32 Colt. That's not even the right brass. This one says 32 S&W. I have some 32 Colts, I think. I know I have 38 Colts. Pretty sure I have a couple of 32 Colt. Maybe not. 38 short Colt, 38 long Colt. Maybe I don't have any 32 Colt. That's an oddball one. You don't see those very much. I gotta sort through some of this because it's got junk in it, and then some of them aren't very able to be reloaded. The UMC and the WRAs are looking okay. The Peters, that Peters is okay. Some of the Peters are bad. This stuff's hard to find casing for them. Hey, what's up, Rodney? I get my brass from Peterson Brass for $280. This is an old ammo company called Peters. They don't make them anymore. Robbie says, that's true. Roberto. Not Robbie, I said Robert. I meant Robert. But yeah, I could load up black powder in these, which is what they originally were for. Unless I do a really light load of fast burning. It actually says I can do that, so that's what we're going to do. Anyways, how's Rodney doing today? This evening? How are you, bud? Appreciate you coming by. Hopefully you're having a good one. How was your guys' Valentine's yesterday? I went to that gun show, so I'm good. And you? I'm still a little congested, but not too bad. We cut off the handlebars and just made a regular mustache. Sandelli, what's up? Little brother has been searching for a reliable source for 32 Smith & Wesson short. So I believe you can get it on GB, Gunbroker. And I think Midwest has a listing, or Midway, but I don't think it's available. So there's a couple ways you can make it or find it. I found some at a gun show, some shorts. But I acquired 250 rounds of 32 long Smith & Wesson. If you fire them and use them, or you can dump off the tips and cut them down to the right length, which is supposed to be 0.6 something. I can't give you the exact, 2 reasons. I'm not allowed to, and I don't remember it. It's 0.6 something. Overall is 0.9 something with the tip. Yeah, you could. What you could do is get 32 Smith & Wesson long, which is decently easy to find, and either fire them or don't fire them. Take off the tip, shorten them, and then reload them. But you have to put either black powder or a very low charge of modern. What's up, buddy? What kind of hunting rifles do you have? I've got 308. I have a 30-06. I have the 308's at Axis Savage, first gen. I have 2 Remington 700s. One's a 270 from 68, 69. The other one's a 30-06 from 71, 72. I've got a lever actions behind me. 44 mag on the bottom. That one's a 32-20. That one's a 25-20. That's a 25-35. That's a 22. I've got a lot of shotguns. I've got a 338 Lapua sniper. What's up, Chris? I got some older military that would be good for hunting, like an 8mm Mauser, a 303 British. Let's see. I've got a 30-30 lever action. That's a Rossi Rio Grande. It looks like a Marlin 336. All sorts of stuff. But I do have a lot of modern stuff too. I have like 9mm. I got a 10. I've got a lot of revolvers. I've got an MP5. Good stuff. You got a new cut. Looks nice. What's up, Markina? So I got a haircut, and then I went to trim my beard Thursday night, and the clipper head fell off, and so I trimmed it to a handlebar style, and I thought it looked a little aggressive, so I went and shaved it to a mustache this morning, a full mustache. Been at every single live. Really? Chris Winton, how are you doing? I didn't see you here the night before last, I don't think. Last night I had two lives yesterday. I had one in the morning, and I had one in the evening till about 5, from 4 to 5, 3:45 to 5 or something. You got a new cut. Okay. Yep. I like your style. Thank you. I like old stuff because it's usually good quality, but I don't mind modern stuff either. Like I have a Canik TTI Combat. I have a 1911 that's a modern one. 460 mag. I got a 500 mag. What's up, Alonzo? Full mustache is good for you. I only say this because I'm a barber, so it's kind of my thing. So was Alonzo, did you see me with the handlebar style? The one that went from down here and up and across and down again? I found a 6 to 8 week old puppy on road today, right outside dog park. I think someone dumped. Had an interesting day. Aw, that's sad. About the doggy being neglected. All right, let me see here. Yes, LO, it was very distinguishing. What looks better? Did the handlebar mustache look better or this one? Hey, Pew Pew Yoko, been a while. Look what I have. I still got your patch. Haven't done anything with it. I have my uncle's childhood shotgun 20 gauge Parker. Nice. So if it's a Parker from the 40s, that would be a box. Trigger lock box, they call it, I think. This one for bleep. Oh, you like this one better than the handlebar for my style? And Yoko, look what the cat dragged in. I know, right? Hey, Stifler. If I ever shave the beard, I will rock handlebars for a while. So Stifler, as you can see, Stifler and I met up at the gun show. And I had my handlebars on still then. And I decided to make it a little less aggressive and just do a mustache. I need new address. I'm sending out new patches soon. Okay. I'm throwing, what's this? Ronnie says handlebars looks cooler. The new ones looks more professional. That's true. Yeah. This looks more normal and laid back. The other is more of aggressive biker rebel. Yoko, when you bleep coming out of retirement. Hey, what about you? I don't know. How you doing? How are you doing today? For my 12 gauge Winchester S-Spy for waterfowl and turkey hunting. Maybe you meant side by side? Although this is like Indiana Jones, Esque Professor, the handlebars give Breaking Bad. Yeah, that was true. I suppose. Let's see. We got a voting going. Which semi-auto? Glock is 50. Smith is 20. Canik 10. And Beretta 10. Everybody hating on Canik. So I'm getting something new and have a few posts to make. Awesome. Just been busy. Yeah. For real. I ain't seeing Yoko in a long time minute. Yeah, me either. But you know how YouTube is. They don't like alerting all the time anymore. Thanks, Gemini. Not ever. Said no one ever. Right? Let's see. I still watch all the shorts when I can see the lives. When you can't see the lives. Gotcha. There, I got some new stuff to send your way. Fiction to go. Nighttime hog hunt in a few minutes. So, Bobby, we can only do our javelina or hunting at night with a shotgun. We can't use a rifle at night. It's against our rules here in Arizona. So if I do any hunting with piggies at night, because we have our native javelina, I'll just have to use a flashlight because I don't have a night vision and see their eyeballs glowing and just pew pew away, I guess. Not a fan of Kanag. I have one and didn't like it. I'm an M&P guy. What model did you have, Rodney? If it was an older one, that would make sense. 11 people in the chat. Please double tap the screen. If you're new to Desert Armory and more, appreciate you coming by. We have gun content, hiking, outdoors, exploring mines and caves. I mean, who don't like that unless you're claustrophobic? Hey, it's fun. And Skittles, our little, red healer. Everybody loves Skittles. And Canelo, the old German Shepherd. Please consider subscribing to our content and becoming a member for $1.99 a month. With the 33 you have, trying to find it 2 bleeping months. Got a new Discord, so I'll post a link when I get a chance. There you go. We use AR-15s. Yes, Bobby, that's exactly what I'm using. AR-15 with 223 TSX Norma tips. What's up, Alonzo? TP9SFX. Yeah, that one's not quite as knife, if that's the one. Do you have cave diving? I've never done that. Probably won't because it's kind of another genre that's dangerous that costs a lot. Going in a cave by yourself, I mean, it doesn't cost anything other than gas to get there. Hog hunting at nighttime is too much fun. Yeah, if you got infrared, you've been to Nutty Putty. It's closed, isn't it? Last I knew. Nutty Putty was closed because of that bad accident that happened. Let's see here. At least I thought so. All right, stick this up here. I got to dig through some shorts, some little old shorts. Make sure I use some good ones here. My friends mostly use 300 blackout. That would work if you're wanting to suppress. That must be a Western, yeah. Oh, those are 32 short Colt. That's not even the right one. They were probably using a short Colt in a 32 Smith & Wesson. That's probably why they're bulged. They're using the wrong ammo. I mean, it would work. It just bulges the casing. That was the problem with those. They're using the wrong ones. My friend must use 300. Yep. Lonzo, why are we both asking about the same cave? I know, right? Cave exploring and diving should be a horror genre. I know. Did you seen how bro got stuck in the... yes, and did they try to rescue him, I think, if I recall. But yeah, as far as I know, they closed it up because they realized it was a pretty dangerous, and they weren't able to get his body out. Probably not until it falls apart, although if it falls apart, it'll just drop down in deeper. Yeah, I use my Remington 870 TAC with 3-inch buckshot. So yeah, I'll do that. I can do that at night. I can use I have the Sega 12 semi-auto that I'll probably use. That's what I had in the car the day before yesterday. If I decided to go shooting longer, I didn't. That's the wrong die. What's that doing out here? That's the 2520. Hello, that's the wrong one. How's that one working then? That's confusing. All right. You need to come out to Louisiana. They closed it off with concrete and made it a memorial. Yeah, I got to see if we have caves in Florida. Oh, I'm sure you do. You probably have those the caves along the edge too of the coast. Yeah, so that's the problem. Some of these are 32 short Colts, and someone fired him in the 32 Smith & Wesson short. That ain't gonna work. It's gonna bulge him. Huh, and this one's a 32 ACP Western. That one doesn't belong in there either. They'll actually fit in most of my, I think all of them, 32 revolvers, but they don't come out very well because they're overpressurized. I don't want to blow anything up in the wrong way. Sad man, super scary, Nutty Putty. Yep, I hunt public lands 80%. Ain't enough money in this world to get me to do that, bleep. So what's in the machine? Sand. No, it is Walnut hulls, medium density. Walnut shells. No, sand would be too aggressive, probably. Yeah, it's a walnut media. Media. This ain't fake news. It's not that type of media. See, there's another one that's a 32 short Colt, and it's bulged because they're shooting in the wrong firearm. It's sized it out to 32 Smith & Wesson short. I mean, I guess if you had that, it would work. They might have bulged it out on purpose so they could utilize those. Possibly. There's a long. No, that's an ACP, 32 auto. Here's a Peters, 32 Smith & Wesson short. That one's not ruined. That one we should be able to use. Peters. Peter. There's another primed 32 Smith & Wesson long. It's already primed for me. There's two of those. What's up, Ralph? The 20% I got invited to private lands. There you go. Oh, wow. Walnut, that's cool. Got to run. See you, Bobby. Have a good one. Happy hunting tonight. That's where my dad used to use a 20 gauge buckshot and a primer for some tool in 32 Colt. Maybe I'm wrong on caliber. Use a 20 gauge buckshot and a primer for some tool. A 32 Colt. I mean, they make those insert things where you can shoot like rifle rounds or pistol rounds in a shotgun or rifle rounds. But I doubt if it was a 32 Colt because that's an oddball round that they have made in years. Is that another one? Yeah, they're obsolete. So is 32 Smith & Wesson short. Now you can actually find the shorts and the longs with these people that still do the reenacting stuff with little pocket pistols and stuff. Same with the 32 Colt, like this one here, short Colt. It's all bulged too. Less case capacity, it'd probably be a little higher charge because it's smaller. I did clean these up for like 2 hours and they're still a little dirty. I guess I could run them through the sonic cleaner, but I didn't feel like doing that. Well, you didn't feel like doing that, mate? No, I didn't. There's another one that's loaded without the projectile. It's a 32 Colt long. There's two of those I found in there so far. Another short Colt. They had a few. They had 3 different rounds in there. Was it 4? Peters 32 Smith & Wesson short. Let's see. You got while you restore through 327 mag can fire 4 different rounds. I believe so. It can fire 32 short Smith & Wesson, 32 long Smith & Wesson. It can fire 327 mag and possibly 32 ACP, I think, because these do fit. A 32 ACP does fit in my revolvers that are antiques. That's why I resorted to that. I'll ask him next time I talk to him. For which? Oh, yeah. Is reloading really worth it? Depends. For this, yeah, because it's hard to find. Haven't reloaded in a long time. Reloading is more than worth it. Depends, too, what you're doing. What's up, Ligma? Why aren't there lever action 460s or 44 Casuls? There is. Was it Bighorn Armory, I think, makes them? I'm sure there's one out there, but it's probably like $5K. Hey, what's up, John? How was your sermon today? I look like a policeman. Thanks for coming to church with us, brother. I appreciate it. How was your service that you had afterwards? Did that go well? You own 2 Rugers. There you go. Yeah, they do make a 460 and a 454 and a 500. Waffles are just pancakes with abs. Possibly. Guy brought in a revolver in 32 short today. Never seen one till today. I have a lot of them. I think I have 3 pocket pistols that shoot them. That's an interesting one, Ligma. Never heard of that one. Let me screenshot that. That's funny. I like it. Whoa, what was that? The whole table just shook. Was that an earthquake? I don't feel anything shaking. That was weird. The table all of a sudden jerked. 32, yep. Oh, that's probably enough because I'm gonna probably run out. Let me go ahead and test one of these out and see how well it works. See how well it works. All right, we popped out the primer. Now we got to put a primer in. Shut that off. We don't need that on. I have to manually load this stuff now. Move this off the bench. I gotta manually scoop these out. Weigh these out. $1,700 so far on the final stand with Pastor John. 1,700 watched it. That's nice because right now YouTube has been very bad for that type of stuff, or any religious and what do you call it? Either religious or 2A stuff, unfortunately. Shoot 30.6 and really want to get into reloading. My buddy's dad reloads and says you can load from 110 grain all the way up to 220. Yep. Clock all day. Liked up, brother. Hey, Robert, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for coming by. All right, so we need money. Start donating now. No, I'm joking. We only need 1.4. Wow, the static with this stuff is really... The static is strong with this one. Is that what they say? Let me put a primer out on this one, because otherwise it's going to dump out the bottom. Just dump them on the table here. Lingman looking to Lee reloading stuff. It's actually easy. Yes, Lee is one of the cheapest ones, and they're actually pretty good. That's what I've been using for my dies mostly, although I did get some for pretty cheap from Marketplace as well as eBay. And I got some reloading presses off of eBay for a pretty good price. Loaded tons of OT6 for my grand. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'll take a look into it. Yeah, definitely get used stuff off of Marketplace is way better. It's going to be way cheaper, way better. All right, let's see if we can get one of these loaded. Change out the die real quick and see if we can at least get one. Hopefully my die goes deep enough. These are made for... Oh, no, it probably won't work. No, because these are really deep. It's not a 32 ACP. Plus, that's not the right one anyways. That's for 25. Actually, drive the 25s. Not the 32s. The 32s are right here. The 3220s. Wow. I wish I had some... What could I use to push those on? Maybe I can use a 9 just to set them in. I have a 25, but I don't think those will work. I think it's too small. I won't push it in. I could maybe utilize a 9 die to push them in. Adjust it out real far. Possibly. Let's see. Are these the setter? That's a crimp. Let's see. Here's a setter. If we adjust it all the way out, it might work. Although now my measurement's messed up for my 9. But on this channel, church was 79 so far. Okay, yeah. There you go. That's John's other channel. And with the diapers, Lee... Dippers, yeah. Lee has an easy match. Ammo is loading by volume, not weight, as it actually makes sense. Look, my says I want to find a good boat tail, ballistic tip, hollow point. I've heard boat tails make the rounds so much more efficient, and yeah, the bullet coefficient is better. Most of the caribou I see are 300 to 600 yards out. Yeah, you want something pretty accurate in that respect. I don't know if this die will work. We will try. We're adjusting out as far as we can for the most part. So do I have a little flat blade? There we go. I'll adjust that out real far. Oh, I think we can make it work. We just have to adjust the height now, right? Got to set the bullet. We're using a 9 mil to reset it. We'll try. We'll see if it works. A 9 mil, Yep, that'll work. It's just I got it too deep right now. All right. And I don't know if I need to crimp these because they're pretty tight, decently tight already. We'll see. All right, I need to empty that hammer out so I can lightly tap this one out. Oh yeah, that was barely in there. All right, we might have to crimp these. What can I use to crimp? Because I don't have anything that'll crimp them. I might have to just set them aside and find a 32 ACP crimp. That way I can get them good. And the thing already shut off. I just, yeah, I'll probably get a little box or something, set them aside. I can put them, well, I can just put them right in this holder for the 32s. Let's see here. If I could have carried the pistol my brother did in World War II, a Colt model 1911. There you go. Those are nice. Number 4M1 cases. Barnes bullets have never failed me. I've taken whitetail and elk with him. Awesome. Ligma says the friends. Dad said he started out loading 12 gauge. That also looks pretty fun. I do not have a reloader for 12 gauge. I mean, I do, but not like a full setup. Because what I have is, I have the little Lee dies that are like the little small resetting or reloading kits that are like little hand ones that come in the cases. But I use those for my what do you call it? Stupid thing just shut off right when I was putting it on. I use them for my brass loads, reloading the shotguns for my black powder. I've got 2 of those, I think, of those hand reloaders out of the Lee. All right, let's zero this out. Tear the weight on that. There we go. Let's weigh out some weights here. Alrighty. All right, I need to adjust this out some more yet. All right, that's pretty close. Let me make sure. Okay, a little bit less. That's still a little tight. Just out the. What I could do is I have a couple sitting. I think I have a couple sitting in here somewhere. All right, we are going to move you a little bit. It's not that we're going to touch anything we shouldn't, but I just don't want to be accused of touching anything when I'm trying to look for these little dinky antique shots, which are not there. Must be up here on the up here on top. 32 Smith & Wesson. Here we go. All right, how long are these? Here's a factory loaded WW, so that's a Western, Winchester Western. So I can get a measurement off of that. So it's definitely a little short by a decent amount, so we'll have to adjust this out even farther. All right, let me see here. Oh, that's very cool. I know what I'm spending the remainder of my next paycheck on. It's hard to find good powder nowadays for reloading, though. So when I was at the gun show, there was so many powders that I wish I could have got, but I was kind of limited on what I could spend. So yeah, I didn't spend a lot. I spent maybe 150 in total at the show. Not much. Not much at all. All right, let's measure that one out. 890. 921. Still a little bit tall, a little proud yet. I mean, these will still work. I just need to crimp them. Need to crimp them. You got to find a crimp for them. 32 ACP crimp should work. Should. I can't find H. Oh my, that one is slipping right in there. Probably because I didn't case it yet. That would help. See, that's the thing. I didn't. I put these on, and here I didn't put new primers in them because I was just doing some test runs. All right, they should come out really easy though. H4895 anywhere for about 2 years. I'm pretty sure I saw 2 or 3 bottles of that at least at the gun show, if not more of them. All right, let's use this one. We should be able to use this. Because they had all sorts of Hodgdon stuff there. And other brands, but yeah. All right, let's dump these back out. I thought I made one that was already pre-primed. I don't know what I did with that one that was pre-primed. I thought I did one that was primed already. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, let's punch this one out. Put a new primer in it. But yeah, there was probably 5 or 6 booths that had reloading stuff. Something like that. All right. These little things are so hard to hold in there. They're so small. These little teeny shells. They're the smallest shells I've ever reloaded so far. I haven't done 25 yet, so I have some 25s. Do I have the projectiles for those? I don't think so. I mean, I have some 25 projectiles, but they're a little bit different size. No, wait a minute. The ones I have are those. They're 2.251. They're 425 ACP. But they're lead. I use them for reloading my 25 rimfires out of 17 WSM. Howdy, Slick. What's up, Russell? How you doing, brother? How was your Sunday? How's your Sunday so far? Whoa there, brothers. I do not know where that shell went. It wasn't quite seated right, and it went who knows where. I think it went in the garbage can here. Yep. Well, there is one in there. I just don't know where the primer went. I think something got in the way of it. Okay, that one's not totally seated. There we go. Oh, now it is. Nice. So this is what we're creating. We're making one of these. 32 Smith & Wesson short, but we're using 32 ACP projectiles. We're taking out the powder on these because they're kind of old. I don't really have anything that shoots them properly. And taking off the projectile here so we can load them in our old shells right here that we have cleaned, but there's not the prettiest. But yeah, they're hard to find, 32 Smith & Wesson short, so we're making our own. Very laid back. Went to the mall to shop since I can't find a good church. Ronnie says changing all my batteries and my guns. Check my Surefire Scout on my got to AR and it was dead. I have my P320. Yes, I got one. It's an M18. The Romeo dot on it needs replaced. It's dead battery. Hey, creator, what's up? What is up, creator? Creator. How are you doing, bud? All right, let's put the primer in there. Something tells me this. There's junk in the backside of that? No. Let me try. I think these are supposed to be the same size, even though they have a different number on them. Because they're the same size back end. The 19 and the 9 are the same size of the dies. Because the back side is the same size for 25 and 32, 3220 and 2520. Same parent case. Let's see here. Changing my shotgun. I finally went and took it out. Changing your shotgun. Oh, cleaning. Gotcha. Hey, that's a nice thing to do in the evening. Very relaxing. I wish I could do it on a live. It'd be so relaxing. Hey, Willow. It's definitely worth 1,500 beans. What type you get? A Benelli? Benelli at that price. Or a Beretta. Yeah, at that price, it's got to be something of the sort. I think this 2520 die is actually working to size these down just a teeny bit since it starts tapering smaller. Pretty cool in that respect. Even though it's really for a I should be running a 32 ACP, which I don't have the die for it, 32 ACP die. Because I don't think they have a 32 short for these. I doubt it. A die for these, maybe. Possibly. Who knows? Who knows, mate? Want a 1301 next. Oh, I haven't heard of that. Okay, there it goes again. I don't know if I've heard of the 1301. Is that the, well, wait a minute. Maybe I have. Isn't that the semi-auto Beretta? Yeah, if I don't have it lined up right, it'll jump out like that. And the primer gets wasted. Yeah, isn't that the semi-auto Beretta? So there he makes people mod. What do you mean? Or to you become on? I have no idea what you're saying. And I do not need any mods. I got plenty of mods right now. YouTube, I don't have a lot of people coming in and out, so it's not worth me getting piles of mods right now. I don't think I told you yesterday while doing street ministry, a 46-year-old woman had a seizure. She wouldn't take medical care, so she wanted to take a bus home. I decided to ride with her. No, you didn't. Seizured 4 more times. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, that ain't fun to see that happening. Seizures. No, that ain't fun. Seeing people seizure up like that. I need to watch it, how these are going in, because if I'm not paying attention enough, it will have a problem. All right. Let me make sure the shell itself is decent too. These are supposed to be 6 something. There we go. Exactly. 6 something. I can't say what it is, but it's 6 something. Something. Somebody. No wonder these little thingies are going everywhere. I don't have my little rag down here to catch them. They keep flying down where they shouldn't. Well, there's that primer. I could put that one back in now. Let's see if I can get it in there, though. I should be able to get this one back in there. I was able to find that one. That primer was still good. Reseat that and stick it back in. Yep, feels good. All right, let's put this rag here so it catches my primers. Let's see here. I have to go see tomorrow, or I might come back. Okay, see ya. 13.1 came out around 10 years ago. 13.1 Model 2 came out last year, and ATF banned it because it didn't comply with 922R. So Beretta started partially manufacturing these. What? Let's go see. Okay, see ya. She has 3 kids, 14, 17, and 19. Because of her health, the government took them. 14 and 19 are autistic. Interesting. Also changed the name from 1301 Mod 2 Tactical to 1301 Mod 2 Tactical C or something of the sort. Howdy, howdy. Hey, what's up, Rambo? Hey, buddy. How are you today? Me's your Rambo. We're doing kind of some back and forth trading around. So we're taking these aluminum case that I can't reload, and I wish I could pop the primer out, but it doesn't look like I can. We need the powder in it and the projectile to make 32 Smith & Wesson short. Yes, sir. So that's what we're doing. Picked up some at the swap, what you call it yesterday. 32 Smith & Wesson short shells from a long time ago. I also got some 10 mil brass. Just one bag of, 100 of them? Something of the sort. She blames God for taking her kids. Very sad. Interesting. Okay. There it goes again. Keeps doing that. This is not quite made for this. This shell holder's not made for these. So it's a little bit loose, but not too bad. It's interesting. I mean, sure, yeah, you can blame God, but because he's the one who allowed it to happen. But at the same time, it's like, okay. Hey, what's up, AT? Creator, hey. Hello, Russell. How are you? Hello, AT. AT transmission, automatic transmission. Automatic transmission, Imatica transmission. Transmission. These are working okay if I hold it there. I let these go in a tumbler for like 2 hours and they're still not super clean. What's that Canella want? Making sure the doggy's okay. 5 in the chat. Appreciate y'all coming by. Oh, Beretta's catching up the Glock on the little counter there. I like that. Yeah, it is hammer fired. AT, good evening. He's good, and it's an evening. A good one at that. Some of these are a little harder to push than others. That one's a little bulged too, but it probably because it probably was being shaped to the cylinder it was shot out of. That's kind of how some of these old revolver rounds are. They're shaped to what you shot them in. Like those 32 short Colts. They shot them in a 32 Smith & Wesson short. I mean, it'll work if their back end rim's the same size. They'll just get bulged out like what happened to it. It'll get bulged out. And we found one crack so far. Where'd that one go? I thought I set it aside. I found a crack-rimmed one. I wasn't going to reuse it unless I make an extremely short one. Hey. digging through the trash. Or maybe someone set trash out. Let's see, Creator. Okay, thank you. And you. And you, my friend. How art thou doing? Ooh, that one almost doesn't fit. I had to reset it. It's a Smith & Wesson, so it's the right one. Some of these are definitely better fitting on the die, the case holder, than others. Who knows how many times these are reloaded, because they're old, if they ever were. WRA, Winchester Rifle Arms? I don't know what WRA stands for. Hey, what's up, Rodney? Never had a gun shoot as smooth as my first M&P, and I've shot about every semi-auto out there. What are you doing, Canella? What are you doing? Oh, yeah, little puppy. What are you doing? Huh?
Were you messing with him and being ornery, getting in his face? Because I heard him saying, "Go, get out of here." Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you want, girl? My little Canella. Now, she's a big Canella. She's not little. She weighs like 89, 90 pounds or something. I don't know. German Shepherds are heavy. German Shepherds. The Creator, what's good? God as always, right? Gracias a Dios. Thanks to God. Possibly Winchester repeating arms. Oh, that could be, yeah. That might have been even before WW, which is Western Winchester Westerns. These are Remington UMCs. They're probably from the 50s then. Maybe the 40s. You can tell those ones they hold into the casing better than these other ones. Into the case holder. Hey, Robertster. My oldest son, my 4-inch nickel unfinished model 27. He hasn't put it down yet. Interesting. Next is WWE. Lol, yeah. Not too much. How about you, Rambo? Rambo. How you doing, Robert Senior? How was your Sunday been? Nine people in the chat. Appreciate you coming by. We're doing some reloading here. Can't show you much detail because that's YouTube for you. Fortunately. Unfortunately. Hanging in there? That's better than not. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Yeah, that one's a Smith & Wesson. That one was definitely a little bulged more. See if we can get that one set in there. Hopefully those will fit okay. Yep, it should. We are loading 32 32 Smith & Wesson short. It's a round that's kind of hard to find. I found some shells at the gun show yesterday, so we're creating some. We had the service today, and what was on the top? Who had the service today? This fella named Andrew. It's a family, or not Andrew, Michael. Him and his wife usually come, but she's been having a lot of health problems. So she did not come today or the other week. And he had it on Faith. Good old Faith. Yes, sir. Faith. Clean that up a little bit. This thing's probably going to start squeaking again. All right, let me see. I should have some more in there, but I don't know if I have enough projectiles for everything. So let's go ahead and load up a couple. Let me change out the die. Put in, I think I set this properly now. The seat. I need a crimp for these. I'll have to get a 32 ACP crimp. Generation 27 is it? i.e. 27 what? Yeah, Robert, what generation is your Model 27? All right, let's turn our little scale on again. All right, let's tear that. Tear it. Put our weight in there. 1.4 to 1. Oh, that's too much. That's too much, my friend. Got to do really slow with this. Barely anything is what these take. It's like just a whisker. A whisker. Oh, what happened? Oh, what's up, Vontae? What's going on, brother? How you doing, boy? He's like, I'm older than you, whippersnapper. Possibly, right? I can't remember how old you are. You're getting close. If not, no, I'm older than you, I'm pretty sure. I'll forget. Lock, because you didn't put echelon in. Hey, dude, there's not enough room. I can't make a list with 50 firearms on it. Ain't got room for it. Otherwise, maybe we would. That would be echelon is Springfield. What? Instead of putting Canik, I probably should have put that. Sorry, I can't make everybody happy. Wish you would have put Sig. All right. Switch Canik with echelon, lol. I would have to restart it. 27 was reduced in 1963, unfired 4-inch pinned and recessed. Okay. Right on. Should be pretty close to the right length here. This is 0.921. You're at 0.904. That's like right on the money. And the dumb scale shuts off way too soon. How am I doing? I'm doing awesome. You haven't seen me since I shaved my beard off. The trimmer had some problems, unfortunately, and the head fell off. And so I trimmed it to handlebar style. And then just last night, or was it this morning? Last night, I made it to just a regular mustache. 27 was produced in 1963, unfired 4-inch pin and release. Cool. 1963 would be a 27-2, I believe. That sounds neat. That sounds like a nice firearm. And what would that be chambered in? 357? What I should do is just load up a few of these and just...
Canelo, don't touch it.
Canelo, what are you doing?
Go.
Canelo, leave him alone. What are you doing? You trying to steal something from him? Huh? There we go. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm concentrating on measuring here. It's such a minute amount. I got to be very careful that I don't overload. Very little, but they're teeny cases, so they fill up pretty quick. It's 1.3 to 1.4 grains. Well, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That definitely looks less. Something wrong with that. Depends which I want to put in it. I've been putting about 1.5 is what I prefer. You can go up to 2 point something, but I don't want to put that hot. So I do 1.5, 1.4, 1.5, there we go. of a something. The trimmer or a trimmy. Yeah, there you go. 357 mag. When in doubt, pour it out. Yep, that's what we did. We poured it out and redid it. It seemed a little funky. So what I'm doing, so I can keep this going a little better, is filling up the cases, and then I'll push, if I don't bump them over, push the projectiles in. Yep, that is Eastern's little saying. When in doubt, pour it out. When in doubt, you pour it out. Whoa there. Why is it already saying there's a certain amount in there already? It already said there was 6.6 grains. I didn't put anything on it yet. Something's funky.
They ain't taste right. Wait a minute, something ain't right.
I also bought a 4-inch model 24 Smith & Wesson 44 Special from the same dealer. That's not bad. I guess the problem you'd run into is two things. One is 44 Special is hard to find. The other is what you could do is take a 44 Magnum, empty it and cut it down. That's kind of a waste of a 44 Mag though. That's the second problem. In my opinion. I have a box of 44 Special, so I have loaded a couple of them. Just the other day I did 5 of them, I think it was. Because that's all I had of empty. I should have more than that, but they might have accidentally got tossed. Oop, that's too much. Too much. Too much, my little friend. There was going to be a spicy one. It was like 2 grains. Instead of 1.5. There we go. 1.5, 1.6. That's good. These are old shells, so I don't want to overpressurize them. They're for these little dinky antiques, so. For 1.5 is what we want. There we go. Almost. Come on, switch. There we go. 1.5. I was going to say I put stuff in it. 11. That's 11. 12 because we have one loaded over there already. In the what? Saying that it's already got stuff on it. There we go. So tomorrow's my last day to hunt Piggy because the tag's up tomorrow to hunt. All right, there we go. All right, let's call that good. The bluing on the 1935 257 is crazy dark on those old 27s, which looks pretty. Smith & Wesson definitely used to have the nicest bluing of any company for decades. Creator says even up until the 80s and 90s, they had really nice bluing. Been trying to find a 8 3/8 or 5 5/8 pinned in recess 29. Man, I hope you're successful. I hope so too. So I'm going to go all out. I'm going to go ahead and let's not crush the case. I'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and ooh, that was close. I almost broke that one. Hopefully do 2 hunts in the same day. Do one in the morning and one in the evening. Hopefully. Now, if I get one in the morning, well, then we don't have to do it in the evening, right? Right, mate. Right. Well, there we go, guys. Look at that little booger. It's a little more powerful than a 25. Barely, maybe? I don't know. It's less than a 32 ACP because it's less grainage, I'm pretty sure. I should have measured to see what one of these have in it. Let's do that real quick. Let's knock one of them out. It'll be a rough estimate, not exact. Because there might be some residue sitting in this thing. Good luck, he says. Perfect, thank you. Let's see how much is actually in here. Because I'm guessing it's definitely more. Yeah, that's more like 2.5 grains, I think. Good luck. Yeah, I hope so. Except I forgot to tear out this first. So that's 83.7. Where's my pen? Could just do that, I guess. Yeah, it's 2.3, roughly, because it actually probably is a little more than that, but probably, yeah, because there's some stuck in the bottom of this thing. Two point three, 2.4. Yeah, 2.4 is what these 25 or 32 have in them. 32, though these are, yeah, 32 ACPs. So I'm definitely making them lighter. But hey, they're looking pretty sweet, I'd say. Cute little buggers.
Cute little buggers. They're like a baby.
So you went to an auction gun show today? No, I went to a gun show yesterday, an auction like 3-4 weeks ago. But I went to a gun show yesterday in Tucson. I met up with Stifler Manufacturing with Robert. It's nice to see him. So I picked up these shells, these 32 Smith & Wesson shorts. I picked up a bag of 10 mils, 100 of them. I picked up a box of 224s for my for my 5.7s. The 5.7 FN uses this size of projectile, a 224. And then I picked up a holster for my 10, and I picked up... Did I pick up any primers? No, I could have. I didn't. I probably should have picked up some True Blue or Tight Group or something, but I was a little limited on funds, so I didn't want to spend too much. Just a dealer I've dealt with for 30 years. Awesome. Yeah, I like messing with people that are been around for a while, know what they're doing. You get the relationship with them. It's good to see you as well. What's up? Oh yeah, Stifler, there you are. Plan to do more shows in the future and maybe do our own table. Hey Stifler, like I said, I'll come right along. I'll come along. I'll love to. Like I asked you if you were at the shop, and you said while I was eating lunch, and you said no. The reason why is because I was going to ask if you were, if I could stop by and look at your operations. That would be cool. I know it's not a store, but it would have been neat to stop by. So I haven't been communicating, working on admin stuff, and loosely working on a book I'm writing. Ooh, Stifler's a writer. Ooh, look who's getting smart now. Stifler, the manufacturing of books. Look at this. What's he got going? Any hints? What's that called? How to not lose your brain when you're trying to do YouTube. How not to frustrate yourself. Right? Let's see here. I can do how many more? I don't want to do too many because I don't want to overload these. How many do I got finished? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, these are 5-shot revolvers. So, what's the book about? Yeah, I know. That's what I'm like. Hint what you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's one load. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another one. Let me reload 3 more so I have 15. That'll work. Stiffer says, I'm technically an author. Ooh, technically. Allegedly, as J-Dog would say. Wrote one book and it sold a few copies. That was more of a trick book to get certain people to buy it. Oh, the trick book. This guy is, he be, what do you call that? Hustling. He be hustling. He's a hustler. Hustler manufacturing. That was more of a coffee table book, though, about communism, to trick communists into buying it, and then the book is just 20 pages of bad mouthing communism. Hey, I approve. How to beat Gemini, Stifler. Yeah, there you go. He'd be like, it's empty. Like that one guy that produced a book that said, How to Understand a Woman. It's empty. Whoa, that's going to be a hot charge. We don't want to do that. Excuse me. The phlegm is finally getting loose. My nose isn't so stuffy. Yeah, it's like How to Understand a Woman. The book is like totally empty. How to Beat Gemini. Yep. Did I say 3 more? 2 more. There we go. There's the 2. Shut you off. There's the 2. That way I have, since they're 5 shots, that'll be 15. I don't know if I'll crimp these. I probably should, but I don't have a crimper. 32 ACP crimper. Because that should work for these. They're the same size projectile. Projectile. Let's see. Right on the money, boys. All right. Here's one of mine. Here's the factory one. Right there. I don't have a crimp for it, so. Yep. The one I'm currently working on is about the importance of freedom of speech and debate in the wake. Charlie Kirk. I've been slowly working on it for a few months. Nice. That sounds cool. That sounds really nice, bro. All right, let me put these little boogers into these 32 ACP cases. Some are definitely a little bit different size because some people probably fired in different revolvers. I think it has to do with which loadings these are. The RMCs, sorry, the UMCs are definitely a little bit different than the others. Oh, that's the one I actually boogered up too. I have to put that one to the side. That could be why too.
It could be why too, mate. Possibly.
There we go. We did 15. That's 15. And then we got one that's a little bit, this one got a little bit boo-booed, unfortunately. I don't know if we can straighten that out. Possibly. We'll just leave it like that. If we had a crimper, we could fix it. All right, I don't want to lose this powder because I'm going to use the same powder for reloading more of them. Then we got these oddball rounds here. They're all different. They're very unique. 32 autos. We got 32 Colt, short Colt. Those are oddball. They sized them to fit. Sure enough, they do fit. A 32. Huh, interesting. Sorry if you heard that. That's my roommate saying some words. Stiffer, I like it already. Me too. Me too. I like it already, mate. Sounds like a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, let's let's put these inside here. The projectiles in there. Primers, might as well stick those in there too. What was this one? 32 Smith & Wesson long. And it's got the primer in it still. Oh, and I also got this. Bullet trimmer. What's his name was saying these are like over $100. I got it for 35. Allegedly. Cheeseburgers. I'm interested, Stiffer. Yeah, I'm waiting for a negative review. Okay. I hate that idea. That is just the stupidest idea. Why in the world are you writing a dumb book like that? I hate it. Okay, you got your negative review. All right, let's put those to the side. Put that over there. Put this in there. Man, that guy's going crazy in here. He go crazy. All right, these are the right ones. Supposed to go in the 25s. 25, 20. Coming right up. So 32 20s, that belongs in there. All right, where's the lid for this one? Oh, I'm using it. All right, we got some 10 mil. Oh, my back is a little stiff. Where's my 10 mil boxes? There we go. My 10 mil dies. We should be able to use this for that. The stuff that's in there. We got to look to see what I loaded them as, because I have different papers here. That's because I think we used multiple loads just to check them out. 135, 6.6. What's this one? 6.1 and 5.8. 6.6. Yep, so. Those are the right ones? 135? Is that what weight those leads are? Where's that box at? Here it is. They're 135s? Yeah, they are. Oh, man, that thing's heavy. Oh, weighs like 40 pounds. There we go. Let's see here. I've been waiting to write a book about the right to bear arms and pepper and the biblical significance. There's another guy who did the same thing, wrote a book, though he's like 200 pages long, and why socialism doesn't work in America. You got negative reviews from socialists about it. Good. That means he's doing his job. Rodney Whitehead, this is my plan for a third book. This too is my plan for a third book. All right, so we got some 10. We got 100 brass, 15 cents a piece. Allegedly. All right, let's pick this stuff up. Slide that stuff over there. We don't want to dump that out. Put this over here. Is that a good primer? Yeah, that's a good primer. Let's see. These are probably large pistol because they're 10 mil. I think 10 mil is large pistol. Let me see. Yep, large pistol. All right. Small pistol, small rifle, Magnum. There's small pistol. Pistola de pequeño. I mean large pistol. Large is down here. Here we go. Large pistol right here. It's what 44 mag takes. Right there. There we go. Although, is this one large? Yep, large primers.
Large primers, mate.
See here also maybe a book about preparedness and the biblical significance. Interesting. That'd be pretty good, probably. Alrighty. Let's get our 10 out here. Uh-oh. Where's the die for it? It's probably one of these ones that were chilling back here that fell down that I picked up. Okay, it's not that one. That's a 3. That's for my other stuff. Buggers. It should have had the die in here. Where'd it go? Oh, here's one. Here we go. It's the one I was just using. It's the same size. The base is the same size. That's unique. Of those 32s. No, that's the big one. Never mind. Scratch that. Process. What's up? I'll make you uncomfortable. How's it going? How's your day been? I think you were here a long time ago. Creo que sí. I believe so. How you doing? You liked. Awesome. So we do gun content here. Cave exploring, mine exploring. We're doing some 10 millimeter reloading. We just reloaded some 32 Smith & Wesson short. Kind of an oddball round. I somewhat hodgepodge some things together to make it work. We're doing some 10 right now, though, yeah. Yes, sir. All right, these should be large pistol primers, although that does not look like a large pistol primer, that one. Pretty sure that one's a small. So maybe they vary depending what brand you have, so we're going to have to switch back and forth. Yeah, because that was definitely a small. That's a Blazer Brass, that one. Yep. I think it was the Incorporated that was a different one. Yeah, because see, that one's a long one. Okay, we're going to have to keep these separated. Well, it didn't have to be, but... That one must have been out of a revolver, the way it's hit. That is unique. Some are small primers and some are large. Ronnie says, I got to study up scripture for a while before I start writing, but I can start the outlines. Hey, if you need some help, I'll help you out, bro. I'll lend the knowledge God has given me to help if I can. Let's see, there's some large pistol primers. I think small pistol primers are better because they're supposed to hold more pressure. Like for 40, I have some 45 Colts that the smaller ones are in the high pressures. The small primers. Let's see here. Internet research has helped me a lot. Yeah, definitely. That's when it's a good tool. Get out of here, fly. I don't know how he's even in here. That's when the internet's a good tool. I've used the internet quite a bit for studying for stuff myself. Just going through the news for tomorrow's show. Nothing worth talking about. I gotta get back to writing to it. Oh, what do? You work for a newscaster? That's pretty cool. All right. Well, it'd be kind of cool to know a little more, but you're leaving so quickly. He's in here. He's out of here. GBC. What for brand is that? Or no, CBC. Not the CDC, the CBC. Yep. No, don't drop. I need you. Get back over here. I just dropped a good primer again. Let's not do that. Who knows where it went? Because I do not know. Is that it? Yeah. I dropped a good primer. It's so sad. Those aren't cheap. Large pistol primers. Because the holder doesn't work very well. Let's see. Sometimes people load with weird primers too. Like I know someone that sometimes loads small rifle primers for 357 mag when he doesn't have anything else. Well, technically it wouldn't be pretty much the same because like it needs more potency for a small rifle. It's the same size around, so wouldn't it work? Wouldn't it be about the same side of potency to go boom boom? I'm pretty sure. To go boom boom, yeah. Still reading through the Bible again from start to finish. I'm in the process right now. Prophets right now. The major, the minors. But when I'm studying and highlighting, it takes a while. Yep. I got you, brother. Here in, Lord willing, what is it? 3 weeks, it'll be my turn to preach. I think this next one's my dad's, and then it's the ex-Amish fella, and then it's me. I did it the time before last. We had a week skipped because a lot of us were sick last week, so I went to church elsewhere. We didn't have our house church. Major prophets, okay. I think small rifles is a bit more pressure than a Magnum primer, but they work just as good. Yeah, if you test a couple and make sure your brass and the back end's fine, I would think it'd work. Yeah, I have some small rifle CCIs right here, number 400s. I use those for my 3220 and 2520s. They've been working good. I've shot some. I think I shot the 3220. I don't think I shot the 2520 yet. I was using varmint load for those, which is for small caliber. It doesn't really give that as an option, so hopefully it works okay. Yeah, some of these are small primer and some are large, so I'm separating them so I can just, put out all one of them and then hammer out all the other ones. Most of mine seeing are large, but are these blazers? The blazers are the small. There's a small, yeah, that's a blazer. The other ones are CBC brand. And I noticed a few of the bags had some of these. Federal cartridge, the shiny ones. They were a small primer. What? What do you want, Canelo? You getting yelled at again?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Bigger than the trash can. Are you live?
Sorry, guys.
Are you live? Bro, are you live?
Yeah, I'm alive.
They heard that.
I'm alive.
Bro.
Sorry, guys. The doggy had some issues.
Bro.
I had to go make sure the doggy didn't keep digging through the trash. She kept digging in the trash. The other issue is me, unfortunately. Let's see. Jerome, do you understand Plout Dutch? I do not. One of my favorite stories in the Bible is Joseph. Same. Pearls of preparedness are pretty obvious. He's been a good role model for me when it comes to like temptation and stuff like that. Independent, no drama, just news, 30 minutes or less. If I made the news any longer, it would rest of drama and bloodbath news. Yeah, I know, right? Yep. Whoa, that one's a Winchester brand. That's a pretty good one, eh?
Eh?
S&B. There's another one. S&B.
Canelo, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are being hilarious.
She's putting her nose in between my legs and like going like this. Like here's my legs and putting her nose up and down and who knows what. Being dum-dum. You little dum-dum. Wiping her nose on my pant legs. She be funny. Canella's my German Shepherd. German Shepherd. She's a light color. Her name's Canella because she looks like cinnamon. Cinnamon.
What are you eating?
Probably a popcorn seed. Sounded like it was crunchy poppy sounding. I need to get some Dougie food for the dogs tomorrow. Ran out. I ran out, my friends. That one's unique. That's really crimped on there weird. It's got the 3 little lines that crimped it on real deep. Real deep black. Who was that? Someone just text me? No, it was a message from my aunt that she did some for post on Facebook. This brass was still pretty clean. It just needed the primers punched out. So I don't know if he already cleaned them. I actually know the guy that sold me this. I've met him before here in Sierra Vista at the swap meet. He's going to another swap meet now, but here, I gotta check something real quick. Oh, natural gas. Well, doing the same stuff. Guy's hilarious. Hey, what's up, Viper? How's it going? You should make your own dog food.
Ain't got time for that.
Is that how she does it?
Ain't got time for that.
How's it going, Viper? Thanks for coming. Hogs make good dog food. Yeah, but these are javelina, so they're a little different. What I'm going for. They're better eatens, I hear. How's Viper doing? Appreciate you coming by, buddy. How was your Sunday? And how was your Valentine's Day yesterday? We're doing some 10 mil now. We were doing some 32 Smith & Wesson short earlier, which is an oddball round. It's kind of hard to find. I think other than getting it like old stock, I think the wheel gun Remington carries it, I believe. Because they also make the 38 short wheel gun Remington. He's doing good. Awesome. That's always nice to hear. Yep, that's always nice to hear, my friend. Went to gun show yesterday, Viper, just in case you're interested in knowing that info. 38 shorts are kind of cool. I have a whole bunch of them and 38 longs. I got them cheap somewhere to experiment on one of my gardening guns. Someone converted it to a from rimfire to a center fire, and it should shoot 38 shorts. Oh, wow, the flower store at the mall had a lineup of Romeos. What are Romeos? Yeah, what the nice thing is 38 shorts and I think 38 longs. You can fire in a 357 mag. So I got a whole bunch super cheap of 38 longs. And so I could shoot them in the 357 mag. It's in 38 long, the parent case to 38 special. Yep, it's a teeny bit smaller. I had one out here earlier, a couple days ago. I'm not sure if I have them sitting up here. I might. Yep, yeah, I do. Let me see. I can show you the full difference. 357 mag, 38 special, and 38 short. And then I think I have, 38 long, and I think I have a 38 short sitting up here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. If not, I got one in a box down here. 38 short Colt. 38 short Colt. There we go. Here, I'll switch the camera so you can see the difference. All right, so we've got them right here. 38 short Colt, 38 long Colt, 38 special, 357 mag. Right there. 38 short Colt, 38 long Colt, 38 special, 357 mag. You can shoot them all in the same pew-pew. As far as I know. They're the same size projectile, 9 mil. As far as I know, they fit inside of the same revolvers. They got a big base on the bottom, just like the 357 mag. The 38 special, at least this case, it's not really grooved. See how these all have like a groove and a lip? The 38 special doesn't, which you can't really see because my fingers are in the way. But yeah, see that? Sorry about my nails there. It doesn't have a groove in it. That's unique. Do you have any World War II guns? I do, Tired Redneck. I have a couple of them. So you won't be able to see them from here. Let me get you off the stand real quick. Switch the camera for you. Get you off the charger. So I have 3 of them in the corner right there. That's a 303 British Lee Enfield from 1943. It's been sporterized. That one is a World War II 1943 Mosin Nagant Model 38. Technically, that's not World War II. It's 1939. That's a 43. That's a 43. That's a 38. 1938 Mauser from Turkey, 8 mil. And then I have a Cold War Norinco. That is a SKS. So, yep. I think the groove is for better extraction. Yeah, probably. So that would work better for lever actions. Obviously, if you shoot your revolver well, it doesn't really matter. I also have a Cold War CZ52 Tuckeroff. It's made in 54. I have a Makarov too, made in 67, which is a 9x18. A 9mm normal one, like a Luger, would be or Parabellum as they call them, would be a 9x19. Too cool, man. Thank you. Do I have an M1 Garand? I do not. I would love to have one. Hey, you're looking great. Hey, Mythic, how's it going? Have you ever shot a Car 15? A Car 15? Like a KAR 15? No. Yeah, Mythic, we raised the sidebars a little bit to a regular mustache. It looked a little too aggressive, in my opinion. Get out of here, Fly. Get out of here, my little friend. How you doing, Mythic? Mythic Sniper. Still need a TT33. Yeah, I could have got one for a decent price. I decided not to, and then I was thinking maybe I should, so I went back like a day or two later, and it was gone. So wasn't supposed to get it. It was the Norinco brand, if I recall, which they had two of them there. One was more than the other, even though they looked the same. It's just that one of theirs, they were able to get cheaper, so they were selling it for cheaper. Allegedly. But YouTube, look. See that sign? Not for sale. Nothing here is for sale. Educational purposes only. Car 15 is like the Shorty M16, right? I'm not sure, really. Yeah, I agree. I think how it is now, and I'm doing good. You like how it is now? Okay. I'm still trying to decide if I want to keep it or go back to a full beard. It's one of those things, I look pretty good with it. And I'm like, should I not? I don't know. Let's see if we can get these primers off to the side real quick. There's a large. Some of these are large primers and some are small, depending on what brand they are. Most of them are large, except Blazer Brass is small. The rest of them are large. I'm doing good. Awesome. Let's see. Tired Redneck says, guys, that's a dumb question. All ARs are based off of the Car 15 Colt Auto. Really? What's up to you? Acquired recently an FN 1900, the little pistola every gun enthusiast should have. That sounds cool. I should look that one up. I've been looking for one of those for years. He beat you to it. Hey guys, speaking of which, who is it? One of my subscribers is looking for a Canik sketch, the blue one I have. Who was it that was looking for a blue Canik sketch? I found one at that gun show. Now, it might have sold, but I have his info. Allegedly. And YouTube, just like that sign says, nothing is for sale, ever. What's up, DJ? You ever thought about getting a Henry in 45 Colt? I want to get a 45 Colt lever someday, but not a Henry. I would get a Winchester or a Marlin. My Henry has been problems. I have one Henry 22. What's up, Charlie? How's it going? It had problems, so I don't want to get a Henry. I don't want to do a Henry. My roommate's being dumb again out there or something. I don't know what. I have a 45 Colt pistol, and I did a whole bunch of hand loads for it. Different days throughout the weeks that we just passed. As well as 44 Magnum. We're doing 10 right now. 10 millimeter, not 10 Magnum. Do we have any guns on the table today? One right there. It's what I was just loading for, Charlie.
Why are you picking boogers?
I was loading 32 Smith & Wesson short, which is an oddball round. They don't make hardly anymore. I think one company makes it. Smith & Wesson Wheel Gun makes it. But yeah, right there we have a 32 Smith & Wesson short. That is a Hopkins & Allen, if I recall. I don't think that's an H&R. Yep, Hopkins & Allen's. It's an antique. So it's not a firearm, technically, according to ATF's guidelines. What's the most expensive gun that you own? Okay. of what I paid for. Let me take you off this stand here. So Charlie, what the most I ever paid for something was that shotgun right there. It's a 10 gauge Beretta Silverhawk from 1960. Now, if I had to replace it, you can't because obviously it's from 60s. I did get that for a decent deal, but if I had to replace that, it would be the most, even though I got that for cheaper. That's a 338 Lapua. How much do you think a lever gun Henry 45 would be down there? Probably $2+ grand, eh? No, they aren't. To 16K. Not K. 100 cheeseburgers. 15 to 1600 cheeseburgers. Henry's about 1K. What you smoking? I've never seen one that cheap. Most of those. Oh, guys, I saw a really nice 4570 for like 1,200 cheeseburgers in a Winchester. You know, and it was a Golden Boy though. I'm not a Golden Boy guy, but I thought that's a decent looking one. How it was. I don't have that much cheddar to spend. My highest caliber Viper. My highest caliber. What's up, DJ? My highest caliber for rifles is the 338 Lapua. For shotguns is 10 gauge. For semi-automatic pistols is 10 millimeter. And for revolvers is 500 Magnum. Mickey Smith Creations Day between 1901 and 1903. Nice. Mint condition 2 magazines still works great. That sounds really cool to you, Huey. I'm sad that deer season is over. Oh, yeah? Sorry about that. What happened? You didn't get any, or did you? Or you were hoping to and you didn't go, or why so sad? Why are you so sad? Why are you sad? Henry's quality is pretty terrible. Yeah, that's the problem with that one. That's why I do not want to get another Henry, and that's just a 22. The build quality, now, if you pay the more money and get the blued one, that's probably, I think, 600 cheeseburgers. Hey, you might be a little better quality. Instead of the painted black. I'd much rather get a Winchester or a Marlin. But I'm more of a Winchester guy because they have a little, you know, a little more Well, Marlin's been out there a while too, but HE says he put everything they had to fit and finish and didn't work on the machinists. Yep, that's the problem with mine. The mechanics are having problems with mine. It's not working right. And I need to really find that shipping label so I can ship it off. The sooner the better. It's been a while since I got the shipping label, and I can't find it the last few times I went looking for it. So then they sent me another one, and I couldn't find it then. I still can't find the second one, a return shipping label. So I might just have to open up another return order just to get it fresh on their system. Because otherwise, I might be like, what's this for? Okay, Houston, we had a problem on that one. The shell's not worn or anything. Why did it not want to come out? It's an S&B 10 mil. Anyway. Well, this is a current Henry, not an old one. Maybe the old ones are okay. They were patterned after the volcanoes, as well as the Winchesters, if I recall. The Winchester was actually made, if I recall, after the Henry brand. Yeah, just looked again. 45 long Colt Henrys. New from PSA, between 850 to 1,200 beads. PSA brand levers? That must not be wood ones. They must be the tactical, which is bleh. Gross. The only tactical one I'd ever get would have to have Wooks furniture, like wood on it of some sort. There's a large, that's a small, large primer, small primer, large, a large, es un larga, large, small, large, small, and large. Yeah, we're shaping 10 mil right now. Hey, DJ, how much battery percentage is on your phone? 98, because I just had it plugged in a little bit ago. Why, what's up? Ryan says, no, just sold on PSA, the Golden Boy and a Big Boy. Gotcha. Yeah, they had I forget what year it was. 4570 Golden Boy for 1,200 cheeseburgers at the Pew Pew place for the Pew Pew show yesterday. Thought that was pretty decent price for a Golden Boy. Oh, I forget when it was from, when it was made, that one. Oh, that's a Blazer. That's a small primer. Do you like hunting with a compound boat? I never have. Never have hunted with a boat. Excuse me. I have one, but the string is broke on it. It needs repaired. Benjamin Taylor Henry improved upon the Vulcan lever design by using a copper case cartridge rather than a rocket ball, while employees from New Haven Arms Company, which was majority owned by Winchester. New Haven. Yep. The Vulcan was the original lever action, if I recall. They also had a little pistol that was lever action, Vulcan. I think it was was it a 10 shot, 12 shot? I forget. They had it featured, one of them, on Pawn Show. The Pawn Shows, or whatever it's called. The one in Vegas. I think it's still running. Maybe not. Forget. There's been some weird stuff happening over there, if I recall. But hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So that's what I say. I don't know why. That's what I say. It's like everything that happens in Ohio stays in Ohio. Remember from an old live stream? Don't you? Yeah, there's some Lego sets on the. There's a crane up there, remote control RC Lego, the Taj Mahal, and behind it a scooter, a Vespa scooter. Pawn Stars. There we go. Vulcan Repeating Arms Company was founded by the guys that started Smith & Wesson. Oh, that's cool. Chris says good. What do you mean good, Chris? What's good? God, right? What time is it? I'm getting hungry. I didn't have supper yet. I'm getting hungry. And I've been on almost 2 hours because I was doing that other stuff first before this. Somebody to lean on. I don't know why that all of a sudden just popped in my head. Somebody to lean on. Those ones fit pretty tight, this brand. CBC. Not sure who makes that. Who makes CBC cartridge? They're interesting how they put the primer in. They crimp it on with 3 little lines. 802 your time. Yeah, 802, 803. Charlie says, I want to build the Titanic Lego set. I want to build that one so bad. So one of my old customers from California, as in, since I don't live there anymore, they're not my customer. That's what I mean by old, as in past. They have the Titanic, and another one of my customers had one too. Do you like Glock or SIG better? SIG. Probably SIG, because even though the P320 had some issues, I prefer SIG. I'm pretty sure it fits my hand better, and the triggers are a little better. Know most of the lever action history. I have plans to make a video about it. Nice. Been looking at Smith's new 1854 lever guns. They look nice. Yeah, I heard they came out with some. I did hear about that. Because before, I don't know if Smith's had levers. Not very long in relatively to, like, you know, the other companies that are out there. Because I remember I was mentioning to someone, you know, I believe Smith is one of the best companies all around because they carry just about everything. And I said, except maybe a lever. And someone was like, no, they came out with a lever now. There was a fly flying around. I was like, well, that's cool. No wonder I like Smith & Wesson. I need to get more Smiths. I only have 2. I need to get some more Smithies. Only have 2 Smiths. The 2.0 Bodyguard and the 460 Magnum. 10:04 down in here in Florida. Oh, you're from Florida. Hey, bud. How's the weather over there? Is it chilly or is it like really nice? Probably really nice, huh? We've been having decent days here in Arizona, where I live. Arizona. All right, which one was that? There we go. That one should work. They patented the 1854 and never produced them. Now they decided to make them all of a sudden. Oh, I forgot. We have a patent for that. Why don't we just make it? Give it a try. It's been sitting there for 50 years. Why not? Better than late than never. Right? All of a sudden. Well, maybe they're waiting for the market of lever actions to pick back up, which it has. Just because they have the tactical version, so people want to get them for that reason too, I think. Ooh, that one was a little tighter. Tight like a tiger. There we go. Where's my other ammo tray? Oh, it's down there with 357 mag in it. I loaded up a few of them the other day. I need to see if I can empty that tray out. It's nice to be. It's warm, and I miss the cold. It doesn't get very cold over there, though, right? In Florida? Although they did get snow last year. That was weird.
All right. Are these loaded with something else? Is that why I have them separated, or
Why do I have these ones separated? Those are 357 mag. Nice looking ammo. I'll give you that. Oh, yeah. Do I not have a tray for those? Like, why did I not put them in a specific... Where did I put all the other ones? The other 357 mags. I don't remember. Oh, I think they're still in a baggie. They're in a baggie back behind here. Yep, here they are right here. But it could be because I put them in different... No, here's the same here. These should be the same amount. Put the little paper in there what those are. And we'll stick them in there. I couldn't remember if I used that other ammo in these. Or, sorry, powder. But those are for hotter magnums than even 357. So, there we go. We have maybe 100 rounds of 357 we reloaded the other day. As in 2 weeks ago was the other day. Excuse me, my nose is still stuffed up. Jerome, have you seen the slap competitions? I have. Trying to get my sister to go turkey hunt with me, but she won't do it. Hey, I would if I was there. Although turkey here, you got to apply for a tag. And I didn't put in for the spring. I put in for fall last year, but didn't get anything. Charlie says we also got snow this year, but didn't get any, but it was like pretty down, got down to probably like 18 degrees. Wow. That is cold for Florida. For Florida. You must be on the upper end of Florida, not the bottom end. Yeah, that's pretty chilly. Yeah, that slapping competition is like knocking the snot out of people, literally. Seems a little, That's ridiculous. Why would you want a factory reset? Yeah, literally, right? Light shut out. Have we had 1,000 subs yet? Oh, me? I'm way over 1,000. I got 7,000. I had 7,830 something. I lost 10 of them the last 3 days. I don't know why. I'm almost down to 8,800 and teens. I was like 2 away from it. I don't know why we're losing a whole bunch all of a sudden. And I don't think in comparison what I got from some of those more viral videos actually got what they said I got. Because that would be almost 8,000. And it's not. Let's see, that was a large primer, right? I should be really close to 8,000 with what those subs I got the other day. Because I got 60-something subs, and before I got those 60-something, I was 7,800 and... No, maybe it did add them up okay. I'm not sure. We're going to separate that one elsewhere for different... Yeah, maybe it did add them up right that time. I don't know. It's weird. YouTube doesn't always add them up right. I have an outdoor channel. That one only has 146, I think. It got up to 147 or 8 one time. But I need to put some more content on it. That's probably why I haven't gotten many subscribers anymore. Which I have more content to put on it. I just haven't done it yet. Like my hiking around stuff and hunting stuff. Dude, God on your side, you got more than Mr. Beast. He's a religious person, but I don't believe he's a Christian. I'm glad God's the judge of that, though. He is on my side, that's true. If God is for us, who can be against us? Neither life, nor death, nor principalities, nor powers, nor thing to come. There's a few different little things it says in that. And another one says, we are more than conquerors for him who loved us, or something like that. I forget. Exactly. I think I might be getting too mixed up in that little quote there. But anyways. Get back in place, Primer. Be a good boy. There you go. Going to do all the large primers, and then we'll switch over to the smalls. I don't even know what Mr. Beast has by now. I haven't looked recently. I mean, I've listened to some of his stuff recently because he just posted a couple the other day. He just posted one of like 2 people of some challenge. At least I think it was recent. It might have been an old one. Of them having to stay up on top of a platform for 30 days. Okay, why aren't you coming out? Well, because that's a small one. No wonder. Where's my small pistols? That's large. That's large. Where's my small pistol primers? I just had them out earlier. At least I thought I did. Here they are. Right. Oh, no, they're empty. They're empty. Blazer goes over here. That's a Blazer. Here's a regular, and that one's a regular. Let's see, Mr. Beast always seems off to me, not just the name either. If I misspell something, I'm sorry, I have dyslexic. Oh, no worries. You've been fine, I think. Where's my small pistol primers? Large. Large. Did I stick it up over there? There's a large rifle, or small rifle. Where'd that go? I think I only have a little bit left of those. I think that's why. Well, I didn't actually throw a bunch out or something. I don't think I did, but I should have small rifle primers. And technically, those should fit, like we were talking about. Yep, they fit. I should have a box of them right up here because I just had them out earlier. Small pistol. That's empty though. Nothing's in it. Put that one over there as well. He has a game show on Amazon Prime, Beast Games. I guess it rated #1 on Amazon. Not my cup of tea. Yeah, he has season 1 and season 2. I've seen season 1, I believe, but not season 2. Or most of season 1 I saw. I believe a fair amount. Most of his I don't mind. Who makes Mr. Beast sticks now at Jack Links? We make Mr. Beast. Oh yeah, I did hear they started making them over there. I did hear about that. It's one of his other business adventures or whatever you call it. How's your back, by the way? Oh, let's see. Yesterday on the way home, it's hurting a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because sitting in the car for a few hours, traveling back and forth to the gun show and back. It's not too bad. This morning it was a little stiff. It's not too bad. Thanks for asking, though. Appreciate it. But yeah, I have damage in my back from when I was 19. I herniated L5 disc. Had to go through 5 months of physical therapy to get it built back up. The muscles around it, pushed it back in, and so arthritis set in. When I was 25, I got it checked out. So a little over 10 years ago, I got it checked out. And they found some arthritis in my back from that damage. So I got to deal with that off and on. Sometimes it'll slip out. So is what it is. Part of getting old. It's part of the, what do you call it? The curse. Part of the curse because of the sin of man. And we dropped a primer, but I think we got the right one. I think I can see it. Yep, that's a good one, I believe. There we go. See if we can reshape this one. I got a little dented. Or it is dented, I should say. Let's see here. I also just herniated my L5 and finished PT a month ago. It is not fun, and if you're younger, it's better than if you're older. I'll give you that. I was 19, and I'm 35 now, so when I'm 39, it'll be 20 years. It seems like a long time. Yeah, it was making my feeling in my legs disappear. Tingly, especially my right leg, more my left, because it was smashing the spinal cord. And obviously that's not good. You want to go paralyzed, so definitely not. Let's see, I need 3 more primers. Whoops, pulled off the cover a little too far. All right, there's, whoops, that's 4. Do I have 4 of them there? No, I only have 3 of the largemouth bass. No. What's up, 44 carbine? I bounced back quick. Oh, I normally would too. Like, they said that I was above average for recovery. They said it was because I was younger, as well as I was already really healthy and active. So 5 months of therapy. The cheapest gun I own. I bought a shotgun one time, allegedly, for super cheap at a yard sale. That was my cheapest one. Hey there, long time. How are you? What's up, Cybrith? Sir Blythe? Sorry, Sir Blythe, not Cybrith. We're doing pretty good, I guess. I think I ran out of small pistol primers. I should have picked some up yesterday at the gun show. Because they actually had 1,000 primers for 55 cheeseburgers. That's a good deal. They were a little bit older. I don't remember what brand they were. If they were CCI, that was a steal. They weren't Winchester. They might have been Remington. They were an older box. Might have been CCI. I can't remember. I should have just picked them up. Because I need small pistols. I do more of that than large. I thought for sure, though, I had at least one partial box left. This one's empty. I've been doing so much 9s. They take the small. Thought for sure I had one more. I mean, I could use, which I did use a couple of them, small rifle primers, but I'll be a little hot. Don't want to do that. These are 10 mils, so I mean, they're made to be hot. What's interesting is these 10 mils, about 20 of them are the small primer. The other, what is this? 72 were large primers. Hey there, long time. Yep. Carbine, what's up? Carbine. But yeah, we picked up a few things. I need to post the video about it. We got some decent deals on some stuff. All right. We're going to call it a night for reloading. Go ahead and chill over here.
Next there are pew pews.
Let you guys down here real quick. There we go. You look. See what the sign says? Not for sale. See? Not for sale. Never. Nunca. Nada oferta. Nada se vende. Nada, nada. Nunca, nunca. What's your favorite movie? That's a good one. I don't know. I don't watch much movies. Growing up, one of my favorites was Swiss Family Robinson and The Wilderness Family, because we watched some movies when I was growing up, but not as much once we got older. We put the TV away. We didn't watch movies. Another one we liked a lot was Indiana Jones and the Ark of the Covenant. About to get off. Getting there shortly. I decided I'd chill for a little bit here because I did some reloading earlier. Been on 2 hours and 16 minutes. What's up, 12? How's it going? Back's a little stiff. Not too bad, I guess. I'm tired. And I need to wake up tomorrow to do a morning hunt early and then hopefully a late hunt. We'll see. Because tomorrow's my last day for the piggies. And they're not like the wild hogs where you find them all over the place. They are kind of invasive a little bit. They have decent nose and decent hearing. Bad eyesight though, so that helps. Excuse me. How's 12th doing? Neighbors' dogs are barking their little heads off. Desert looks like a 25-year-old who smokes. No. I look younger with this type, huh? Earlier I had, the handlebars. I looked older than my age, I think, with the handlebars. 25-year-old. I probably look younger with just this type. Definitely if I was clean shaven, I'd look even younger. Yep. Definitely. Yeah, I think I looked older with the handlebar than even a full beard, in my opinion. I looked like I was in my 40s. That's another reason why I didn't like it a whole bunch. Just prefer the regular mustache or a full beard. I figured I'd grow the full beard back, but maybe I'll rock the stash for a little bit. Favorite movie is Titanic. I've never watched it. I've seen a little bit of it, and that was it. Probably 20 minutes of it. You're not 50. No, I'm not. I'm 35. 35, hermano. Yep. I have to start reloading 9mm. I'm shooting about 600 rounds a month now. 9mm is hardly worth reloading unless you're doing matches and you want better loads. Hulk Hogan stash makes everyone look older. Yep, Creator, that's what I had. It was a Hulk Hogan stash. And yeah, it made me look like I was probably 40, which is 5 years older than I am. Well, not quite 5. It'd be 4.5 roughly, because my birthday's in 4 months. Birthday's in 4 months. Day before yesterday would have been exactly 4 months. Yep. June 13th. Yep. Friday the 13th was 3 months from my birthday. That's the OG 18-year-old buff smoker stash. Buff? Just started matches. Shoot a match yesterday. Handlebars. Yeah, I had the handlebars. Yeah. Sorry, my nose is still stuffy. Don't mean to be rude. 31 likes, 7 people in the chat. Appreciate you coming by to Desert Armory and more. We do gun content, mine exploring, cave exploring, if you like that stuff. If you're not claustrophobic. Old mine exploring too, if you'd be claustrophobic. And Canella decides she wants to come in. We do a lot of hiking stuff too, so we've been doing some hunting content. Hey, Canella. Say hi.
Canella, say hi. Were you digging in the trash again? Were you digging in the trash again? Let me smell.
You don't smell like you're digging in the trash. Sir Blythe. It's pretty expensive, but if you're serious, look into a Dillon. Yeah, if you can afford a Dillon right off, I would not encourage it if you don't have a lot of money. I would encourage used off of Marketplace and eBay. And if you need new dies, get them from Amazon Lee. Lee dies. Kind of a Titanic lover. It was one of the highest grossing films until Avatar came out, Avatar 1. Now there's some that are higher, obviously. But yeah, it was the highest grossing film for years. The doggy got hair on me. She needs a hairbrushing. Anyways, I need to get some supper down my hatch, guys. I need to get to bed because I'm going to get up earlier, probably 5 o'clock. And then I need to get out by this river and bridge, maybe 6:30. And as soon as that sun crests that peak at some mountains, we're going to be going for some piggies. So, yeah, I heard it's the best to go with. Oh, the Dillons? Yes, Dillon is the elite of the elite. Next would be Redding. Redding is very good too. And then probably RCSB or RCBS in Lyman. Lee is probably the lowest, but they are the easiest to find and cheapest. Eat ground beef mixed with mash and corn. Is that like corned beef hash? Me too. I'm super hungry. Have a good night. Yep. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I haven't eaten in a while. And my dog sounds like she's choking. Anyways. Guys, we're going to sign off for the night. I know some of you just got in here, but unfortunately, early bird gets the worm, so remember that next time. We always start 6 p.m. Arizona time, unless we announce otherwise. Yesterday, we had a live from like 4 to like 5:30, so we didn't have one in the evening. And then we went from, well, we were in the evening technically. And we also had one in the morning too, so. Stifler, appreciate you. Thank you so much for meeting up. That was fun. It would have been nice to be some more with you, but you had to catch up and do some other stuff. So appreciate meeting with you, brother. Cheers, 5:30 a.m. here. Great to catch you again. Yep. All right, Sir Blythe. Appreciate you all. You have a blessed day, blessed night, blessed rest of your life. You can never go wrong doing what's right. And remember, through Jesus Christ is the only way to salvation. Appreciate you. You have a blessed one. Stifler. Thanks, sir. We'll be in touch sometime. Appreciate you. Till next time, folks. Adios. Desert Army More is out. Oh, I thought it went out. Bye.